Alright folks, so we finally got the driver's side wrapped up. Got the upper and lower ball joint put back in. Got a new coil spring on it. Got our wheel back on. We got her sitting back on the ground. So we got this side wrapped up here. And I'll tell you what, it's been a job. It's been a job. But we're getting there. We're a quarter of the way done. But turned out pretty good for the most part. And I know I've kind of left a few things out. I'll have another video up or putting everything together. But I got a new sway bar in link, which I don't really like that. Had to reuse the old sway bar. I had to use all the hardware, if that makes sense, and I just used the bushings out of the new one. But it still ain't quite right, but it'll work. But I don't like the bushings the way they're made. But anyway, that's what we got there. So I got the new A-arm. Well, not new A-arm. It's the original A-arm. Got it cleaned up, got it painted. And it's not perfect now. It's got a bunch of dirt and crap and everything else over it where it's done rained. And rain on the ground here and then splashed all that dirt back up on it. But oh well. But we got everything back together. Got the shock in. And that coil spring was a little tedious, but I got it back in. It's a new coil spring too. And I still got to bleed the brakes yet. Got to get that done. There's a new upper ball joint there. A new lower down there. And I'm missing the stop. The upper A-arm there is supposed to have a rubber stop up underneath it. So I'm going to have to look it up, see if I can find that. But we still have the one down here. If you could see it. That's just horrible here. Let's see if we can turn the light on. There we go. Alright, so there's a stop right there if you can see it. So that's still there. But the one on the passenger side, it had broke off, pretty much deteriorated, so I got to find that. Got a little stop down there, and I got to find another stop that goes up here under the upper A-arm, and pretty much have everything squared away. I got everything torqued down. Got two little bolts right there. Got one that goes through, then you got the other one that bolts the actual control arm up. Got that one too. It's the same thing on the other side too. You can see it. Let's see if we can see it. This camera's off. Might as well be all shaky, but well. Yeah, I got another bolt right there. So it's got any bushings in it too. But anyway. Now, I did make a video of all the part numbers and all that good stuff, so that'll be hopefully that'll help. But I got the passenger side all apart. And I got to get a few things, like I said, for the driver's side and as well as the passenger side. But we fairly well got everything just about wrapped up. I did make one little adjustment here. I took this side of this car and jacked it up and rated it a little bit higher than the other side. So that way when I drop the A-arm all the way down, I get the spindle and the drum cylinder and all that out. That way it gives me enough room to flip the A-arm all the way out, almost at a 90-degree angle, so I get the spring out. But like I said, you got to use a coil spring compressor when you're putting it back together. There's just no way around it. And you know, you can't just, I tried to stick it up in there and take the A-arm and, you know, stick it kind of on top of the side of the seat and on the A-arm, if that makes sense, and then try to take floor jack and jack the whole assembly up. That didn't work. But yeah, there's no way around it. I gotta use a coil spring compressor, unfortunately. But not something I really particularly like, because I don't like using compressors like it, because I'm scared it's gonna bend the coils on the coil spring up. But honestly, as much, if you think about it, as much strength and weight and all the stress they have, if it goes on top of that coil spring, that car bouncing up down like it, I don't think you're going to bend them. They're, you know, they're designed to be pretty strong there. But I was going to say one more thing for this in this video, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, when you're taking a grinder there and you're, you know, you going through and trying to cut bolts off, and I had to cut the one bolt here. It goes on the sway bar. It's a bolt that goes all the way through. Make sure you wear gloves when you got a cutoff wheel on your grinder there, because this ain't for the faint-hearted. But I got myself pretty good there. I don't think it's going to focus. But yeah, you pretty much get the point there. And this other finger right here, I took in, when I cut the bolt off, it fell off and it landed on top of my finger right there, and I got burnt right there. So got burnt and cut all at the same time.